发现打人的人打我，打我的头、胸、腿，有力。
Two things. He needs these two weapons to conquer China. Fight so hard, study so hard, you earn that respect. They push him and he hit his head on the wall. So I was really confused and mad at the same time to fight back. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you're welcome. Now that you are here, why not considering to subscribe to my channel and stick and stay? Okay, before we start this video, let's start with a cup of coffee. By the way, this is my second cup of coffee and it's afternoon right now. I'm in school. As you can see, it's break time for me. The kids are having their lunch. Then I took this opportunity to make a quick video about the event that transpired yesterday in the school. So sit back, relax, and be ready to give me your opinions and advice on this one. Okay. Oh, second sip. Yeah, I know. It's becoming addictive. I'm smiling, but deep down I'm sad about the event that happened yesterday. Yeah, you can tell from the title of this video, my son was bullied yesterday, and it's something that made me really angry and sad. Yeah, my son came to school yesterday, and as usual, Taylor is a happy kid. You know, he's a happy kid. He has no problems with anyone. In my opinion, I think my son is friendly. He's outgoing. He can easily make friends. He's not a difficult person. So yeah, so what happened yesterday really left me confused and angry at the same time as to why that had to happen to my son. My son is in his last year of kindergarten, and I think if you don't know why I'm working in the kindergarten, I'll refer you to a video I did in the past. I used to work in a normal school, an elementary school, and I changed to come to the kindergarten because of my son. So it was kind of a compromise. I'll put the link in the description box so you can get to know the reasons why I choose to make that sacrifice to be in the kindergarten together with my son. He's different. He's a Blasiankid, and with the history or the things we hear and read about what happens in local schools or kindergartens towards to the kids who are mixed like my son is unpleasant. That's why I sacrifice myself and work in a kindergarten. So without further ado, let's just dive on the event that transpired yesterday and why I did what I did. Okay, according to him, I'll put the audio and I'll translate it because I had to record him in case I was gonna forget it, because I needed to come and confront my superiors, and I wanted to demand for the cameras to be open so that I can check what happened yesterday. So here as it goes. Like these days, I'm not that busy, so my son is upstairs. When he finishes school, he will come downstairs to find me in the office so we can go together. So he came as usual, but he wasn't himself, and I was not that concerned because I know some days he doesn't take his naps, and if he doesn't take his nap, he feels sort of grumpy. So I just assumed that he didn't take a nap, but he mentioned the fact that he was having a headache, which I just put aside, and I feel bad for that. I put it aside. I just thought he was sleepy. So we went home as usual. When we arrived home, he didn't do things that he normally does. He just went straight and lie on the sofa, and he was like, I'm not feeling well and my head is aching. So I said, you can lie down, drink some water, you feel better, because what I wanted was him taking a quick nap for him to feel better. So it went on like that. Then it was time for bed. I gave him a shower, and we were still talking about having a headache. And then I thought, well, I'll put him to bed a little bit early. Maybe that will solve the problem. So I did exactly that. I gave him his shower, his bath, I changed him, prepared him for bed. And then when he was in bed, he started crying. And I was like, what? Why are you crying? And then he said, my head hurts really bad. So I got concerned as a mom, and I checked his temperature. He was like getting a fever and say, I'm having a serious headache. So I that's when I decided to like investigate, like when did it start, what happened, did you fall or what? So I had to ask him, and he then narrated what happened. He said when they were finishing class, they usually go up to line up, so they will go downstairs, right? So he wanted to be the first, so there were two other boys who wanted to be in front of him, so they pushed him, he fell down, and they kicked him on the head. Yes, they kicked him on the head. And he said they kicked him really hard. And I was asking him, did you tell the teacher? He said, no. I didn't tell the teacher because my head was hurting. I just wanted to come find you and tell you. But to me, when he came, he just said, my head hurts. He didn't narrate what happened. He didn't tell me that somebody had kicked him. So after he said that, I checked his temperature, and his fever he was like getting hot and hot. So I had to take ice to put on his forehead and some medicine to ease the pain and stuff. Then I was really concerned, like what really happened? How was he kicked? Did they push him and he hit his head on the wall or what? So I was really confused and mad at the same time. So yeah, eventually he slept. I couldn't sleep so well last night because I kept on waking up to check his temperature, check if he was fine, if it has gone down. I slept finally, but I very late. It was already early in the morning. So, and the teacher's reason for this was inexcusable. I felt I was angered with her response, because when I narrated what my boy said about the event that transpired yesterday, she just told me that my son and the two boys, they like to play like that. They like to use power to play. They push each other. They're always like that. And sometimes she cannot control them, or she may not see what happens when she's not looking. And they are like that. They are kids. So I was like, no, I'm not saying my son is correct here. I'm not saying he's correct, but I'm saying he was kicked on the head. And this is serious because I don't know what happened, because he had a fever and a headache throughout the night. So I need explanations to this. And the teacher was just like, dilly. Like cases like this, when they happen here in China, the parents has to be notified. Both parents, like the kids' parents, those who kicked the boys who kicked my son, they have to know about this event. But since the teacher didn't want to do that, so it angered me. So I went straight to our leader, like the headmistress, and I requested to see the cameras. Yeah, I needed to see what really happened, and I needed to see how he was kicked, So I checked, and I saw the boys pushing him, and he fell down, and they kicked him. And then after that, I was really angry because I'd seen that my son didn't start this. He didn't push. He just came out and lined up. He was number one, and the boys wanted to take that place. That's why they bullied him. That's why they kicked him. So I was really angry, and I demanded that the parents should know about this. So after that, the teacher still didn't want to tell the parents, and I'm saying, no. My boy before mistakenly stepped on one girl's foot, and it hurts, and the teacher really insisted that I should talk to the mother. In the end, I told the teacher and the headmistress that I'm extremely unhappy with what happened, and if the parents of the children are not notified about this, I am gonna be really angry about that. So I felt like they didn't want to communicate this, but if I were not a teacher in the school, this issue would have been communicated as fast as possible, because what happens here when these kids get scratches or anything happens in the kindergarten, the following day you see the whole clan, they'll show up in the kindergarten and they'll demand to see the cameras. Yeah, for me, I think it's safe because teachers may not ill-treat the kids, and they can try to pay extra attention to the children so they avoid any uncalled situations like this. Like I said, I recorded Tyler explaining to me about what transpired to him, and he was hit. Did he fall on his back, or was he hit on the front, or whatever? I needed to know this. I needed answers, And then they were telling me, oh, our kids are so young, they can't kick that strong, they can hurt, and like, I said, no. You don't know. My son said it hurts. It hurts. He felt so hurt when that happened. That means it was so strong. So I need answers. I need to see that camera. So I forwarded the video to my mother-in-law. I thought she would come as soon as possible to ask for answers on this, because in normal situations, I've seen some parents, I've seen some families, they'll come, both grandparents will come and the parents to seek for answers when a situation like this happens. So I asked my mother-in-law to come and she didn't come. Just let it be. I said, okay, he got me. I have to fight for this for him, okay? So eventually the cameras were opened, and to cut this story short, the parents were called and were notified about this, and they called me and asked for forgiveness about the events, and they were worried whether Tyler is doing well or not, and even offer if that there's need for him to go to the hospital, they will foot the bills. I should communicate to them anything that is needed. I should communicate to them, and the other parents say she will show up this afternoon to check on Tyler, to ask the kids to apologize in front of the parents and everyone, you know. So it was the right thing to do. Of course, Tyler is feeling much better today and he is not complaining of anything. It's the right thing for the parents to be aware of what their children did in the kindergarten and how to nurture them at home and caution them on these events, because one of these days they're going to hurt somebody and the price will be so high. As a mother, I've always taught my son that don't fight in school, don't hit anybody, you know. I always told my boy no fighting in school, because this is how I was raised as well. But then when I was communicating to my friend who is Chinese about this, she was like, no, that's wrong. In China, it's not like that. If someone hits you, hit back. So if there is a problem, the problem falls on the person who hits first. So you should teach your boy to hit back, but never start a fight. But he should defend himself. In case somebody hits him, he should hit harder. So looking at these two boys, they are not, I can't say they can hit Tyler. Tyler is very strong, by the way. He can hit that really hurts. His punches are so strong that even myself, I can feel it when he punches me. So I was asking him, why didn't you hit back? And he was like, you told me not to fight, so I didn't hit them. So now, as a mother, I felt like a failure, because now I had to turn things around, that if somebody hits you, you're going to hit back, my son. You're going to hit back, my boy. I always wondered why Chinese people are so interested in sending their children to learn Kung Fu or Karate. I know the reason why. For self-defense. They can defend themselves. Now they're looking at my son. He's a Blasiankid, and such things may happen even in primary school. Like I say, he's going to school this September. Such things are likely to happen. He may be bullied, and if he can't fight back, then he will always be bullied the rest of his life. So I have to enroll him in a Kung Fu class, to take Kung Fu classes this weekend ASAP. He has to go and learn to fight for himself. It's funny because this never happened in my country, guys. It never happens. Because we say, even in the Bible, if someone hits you, they slap you on one side, give them the other side, as a way of saying it's not nice to hit, you know? We always be discouraged to fight with our friends or with our classmates or with people anyway. We always taught to live in harmony. But in China, it's different. And also looking at a situation like this, I also got to learn that there was a time the teacher said, oh, Tyler hits others, you know? But Tyler always said no. That's when I started teaching him not to hit others, not to do anything bad to others, you know. They always say Tyler hits others. Every day there was always a complaint about Tyler. While I was in the class yesterday, I went there for something. A girl in front of me, I saw a girl, his classmate, punch Tyler. And Tyler just stand up and punch her twice, you know. I was seeing, and then immediately that girl started to cry. And every kid who was around Tyler, everyone, all the children, they started to call out to teacher, teacher, Tyler hit this girl, teacher, Tyler hit this girl. And I was like, teacher, I'm here, you are here, we all saw what happened. So because he's different, every child easily put the blame on him. So to make things right for him, he had to take these karate classes, and I also have to encourage him. What a bad mom. Maybe I have to encourage him to fight back. Yeah, fight back. If someone hits you, hit twice. If someone kick you, kick it twice as hard, you know? So yeah, there's nothing I can do. But I think that's good for him, because what happened yesterday really left me wondering what kind of parenting am I breasting or am I preparing myself to be? Because now I can't say don't hit back, you'll be abused. So now he has to fight back. Okay guys, so these are some of the, I also had to go in a group that I am with families who are like myself, interracial marriages, like Africans and Chinese. So I posed this question in the group for everyone to see and help me. And most of the parents, they're including Chinese wives in the group, they were all saying, no, your boy should learn how to fight, because they have older kids older than my son, and they've experienced this, they've seen this, and they went on to tell me that even the grandparents, even the family members, let's say the kids are playing with the cousins and stuff, your child as a Blasian child is always the one to be blamed if there is an issue or anything. I've already noticed this. When my son is playing with his cousins, his grandma always said, tell her, you are bad, you are Tauchi, don't do that, don't do that. But she never said to the cousins. So I've already seen that. Before I used to say, oh, maybe because my son is hyperactive and stuff. So I used to say, oh, tell her, don't do that, slow down and stuff. But you could see that the cousins are just like him or even more than him, you know. But no one will ever call them, it's always my son. So this was also reiterated in the group yesterday, and I realized, yes, that's true. So when there is a fight between him and another pure Chinese, meaning that both parents are Chinese, my son will always be the one to blame. So there are two things that he can conquer with: be well educated and fight for himself. These two things will earn him a respect. Two things, he needs these two weapons to conquer China. Fight so hard, study so hard, you earn that respect in China. So yeah, that's it guys. So tell me what you think in the comment section. If you have any ideas on how I can help my son in this situation, please just let me know in the comment section, because it's something that is bothering me, and I'm kind of scared about the time he is going to start school, because the population in school, you know, is big, and the number of students in the class is twice as much as in the kindergarten right now. So the teachers may not pay attention to situations like this. So I'm so worried. I'm really, really worried. If your kids have ever been in situation like this, how did you solve this? How did you make things right? How did you advise them against the kind of discrimination issues and bullying issues? Please let me know. If there are any sites or books that you can read to prepare you to these situations, please just let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for coming. In case you haven't subscribed, what are you still waiting for? Just click that button, and also click that like button, you know, and ring that bell, so each time I post a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you guys for always sticking out and coming back to watch my video and supporting me. We can do this together. It's goodbye for now. See you in the next video.